Good evening. We are your students' Blue Team teachers. We're so excited to be with you here tonight for our open house and to give you a little bit more information about what your students can expect this coming year.
I'm Lindsay Perkins. I teach English.
I'm Elizabeth Prouty. I am team support for the Blue Team.
I'm Jonathan Hill. I teach U.S. History.
I'm Dan Forsyth. I teach math.
Christy Hannon and science.
So one of the things that we are asking for our Blue Team students is for each person to have some sort of pencil box, pencil case, Ziploc bag, whatever, with some art materials like crayons, colored pencils, scissors, glue, highlighters. They can stick their calculator in there. That way they have their own individual materials that they can take with them from class to class or keep it in their locker and grab it when they need to. If for some reason you need help getting these materials, please let us know and we will gladly assist you with that.
This year we are a block scheduling, so our prep time is going to be on the A days on that. So like this week it'd be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next week is going to be Tuesday, Thursday. So if we're either on the A schedule or the B schedule, those will be from 8:13 in the morning to 9:58. You'll be able to get a hold of us by phone at that time. Usually the best way to get a hold of us though is through email. Then throughout the day or after school we can get back with you.
This year we are using something called Schoology. It's going to replace Google Classroom. It's very, it's a much improved system. We're getting to know it a little bit better too as we go. So it's a one-stop shopping for you and your students as far as due dates and classes. So more to come on that, but Schoology will be replacing Google Classroom this year.
All right, and with that, we're going to give you some time to talk to your individual teachers.
Hello again, I'm Mrs. Hannon for Science. I just have a couple things I wanted to mention to you specific to my class. So this week your students were given a syllabus, paper copy, and I'll probably push one out to Schoology too so you'd have it electronic. I'm not requiring a signature back on that. It's just information for you and your student to go through as far as grading and retakes and stuff that's specific to my science class. Our curriculum this year, we're using a new resource that we adopted last year. It's called Lab Aids, and it is very hands-on and lab-based, and so we'll have to modify that a little bit with our new restrictions. I'm also going to be pushing out a resource that's connected to a Lab Aids resource into Schoology that'll have their textbooks and other information that they'll need there. Our first quarter is genetics, and actually it goes past the first quarter.
Please excuse the interruption. At this time,
we're going to pause for 1 second.
Anyone from the 8:15 group and the 8:35 group needs to have their picture taken. As a reminder, students, please enter the library through the back door. Thank you.
Sorry about that interruption. That's real. Anyway, our first section of study that we're going to be going into is genetics. And that actually takes more than a quarter because it's very robust and the kids love it because it's about them. And one other thing I was going to add about the supply box, if you could have students have their own earbuds that are specific to the Chromebook. Sometimes their phones have earbuds that don't work in the Chromebooks and they're going to need their own so they can listen to videos or whatnot. And if you have any questions, for sure email is the fastest way. Otherwise we play phone tag back and forth. So if you email me with like a good time to call you back, if you wanted to chat about something, just shoot me an email and I'll get back with you. I'm looking forward to a good year. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Perkins, the English teacher. I'll just give you a little bit of information specific to English. So this year we are going to continue to use the collections textbook like your child has seen in 6th and 7th grade. That textbook was made 100% online before it was printed, so we will be accessing the digital book this year. The link will be posted in Schoology in case they forget because it's kind of a weird website to remember. So we will be using that for part of the year. We'll be doing a suspense unit out of it as well as here, as well as working on writing, in particular narrative writing, argumentative writing, and informational writing. So we'll be doing research and a lot of writing and reading this year. Some things specific for ELA that they'll want is to make sure that they have a silent reading book with them every day in case they have some downtime or finish early. Preferably, this will be one that they bring from home or have checked out from the library to minimize the contact of the books that are in the room. Other than that, the extra information that's specific to English, I posted in our Schoology page. It is under class information. That's where you'll find the syllabus, which we will be going over in class this week. So I look forward to a great year with you. Thanks.
Hi again, I'm Dan Forsyth. I am teaching math, pre-algebra, and algebra this year. Last year we started Big Ideas Math. It's a brand new math program. We'll be using that again this year, so there is a lot of online material to be used. I'll also do some worksheets and things like that so the kids can still do paper pencil things. So one thing I ask the kids to bring in, obviously every single day, is a pencil, but also the calculator. What we're going to be using is a TI-30. I normally have a classroom set of those, but they're not really wanting us to pass those out this year. So if they do want a calculator, I would suggest getting the TI-30. If not, they still have the calculator on their Chromebook, which is perfectly fine. Just toggling back and forth sometimes is kind of a pain, so the TI-30 would be the best to use. One question I get every year from parents during open house is how much homework do I give? Please expect homework in math almost every single night. I try not to give it on the weekends, but with the whole split scheduling and rotating things like that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. However, with my homework, I do not give any more than 15 minutes a night, and it's usually 5 to 10 minutes. I also try to give as much time in class for the kids to get it done, so it could be possible that they do not have any homework that night. If that is the case, they should still probably review a little bit just to kind of refresh their memory of what we went over that class, because the next day I will not be able to see them, so it's going to be like an every other day thing for them to be into math. So again, expect it every single night, not so much on the weekends. Grades. We're going to have a warm-up every single day, so I'll take a small little grade on the warm-up, making sure they're getting the review from the couple days before for the warm-ups. I'll be grading homework every single day. We'll have small little concept checks that I'll be grading, and then that'll probably be once a week, and then quizzes every couple weeks. I'll be giving a quiz, and then when we get to the end of the chapter, obviously we'll be giving tests for those. So if you have any other questions or concerns about math this year, please don't hesitate to email me or give me a phone call. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I don't want the kids to get behind it all, so if you see a problem before I do, please get a hold of me as quickly as possible. Hope for a great year, and I look forward to really getting to know your kids this year. Thank you.
So hello, I am Elizabeth Prouty. I am the Blue Team's team support teacher. I have a caseload of students that I work with, but I work with everybody. I am in the 3rd hour Science and Social Studies. I am in 5th hour ELA and 7th hour math. I'm there to answer questions, help with anything, any questions students have, I'm there to support. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or call, and I will be there to support your student in whatever way possible. Have a great night.
Good evening, my name is Jonathan Hill. I'm going to be your student's U.S. history teacher this year in 8th grade, and I'm so excited to be here and talk to your students about U.S. history and teach them about all the amazing things that make our country great. Our textbook that we'll be using is a textbook called History Alive. Your students will have something similar to this. It might have a slightly different cover that's been rebound, but they each have their own individual copy of it, and it's for them to hold on to. We don't do classroom sets or anything like that, so they'll have that book that they can take home with them, and they're kind of responsible for it for the whole year. So please make sure that you ask them about that occasionally, make sure they still have it. I'll be giving a reading assignments out of it, kind of a foundation for some things that we will be talking about in class. I'm going to be a big user of Schoology. A lot of our assignments and documents from class will all be available on there. I also have a website that is available through the Highlander Way webpage. So you go to the teacher web pages, mine's listed on there. And I put almost all my content right on there as well. So if you're looking for a particular assignment from my class, or if you want to know what we're working on, that's the best place to find it. Also, if you have any questions at any time, please feel free to email me. As Mr. Forsythe said at the beginning, we have our prep period on A days in the morning, but I know that's not always convenient to get a hold of us on just certain days of the week, so please feel free to email and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we possibly can. I'm looking forward to a great year. We're going to have some great stuff in my class. We're going to basically cover U.S. history from about the time of the American Constitution all the way up and past the Civil War. So a lot of great content for us to cover. Of course, we'll be talking a lot about Alexander Hamilton because that's a huge thing this year. We'll also be using a lot of resources from outside our textbook as well. And we're going to be a little bit creative with how we do things in class with all the restrictions and stuff that we have. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, and I hope that you have a great evening. We'll be here for the whole time of the open house, so if you want to call or email us during this time to kind of ask some more specific questions to any one of the teachers, please feel free to do that at this time. Thank you.